So today, by the request of the devotees, we'll continue discussing the beautiful pastimes of Gauranga, Mahaprabhu, and today we'll also discuss his dear associates, his own personal expansions, his brothers, his divine expansions, the Pancha Tattva. Pancha Tattva is the 5 eternal truths. They are here. We worship them in their divine forms. Let's say their names together. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Acharya Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Haribo. So, on this side of the temple room we have Radha Krishna, the 4 Manjaris, 4 Sakhis. And over here we have Pancha Tattva. So, everything's right here. No need to go outside. It's all right here. It's beautiful space. This is, you could say, like the perfect space. Just enough room for Thakurji and the devotees. Perfect space. No extra, any wastage. It's essential space, right? Perfect. So Pancha Tattva has 2 sides, Shakti side and Shaktiman side. Shaktiman means Krishna and the expansions of Krishna, the male side of the divinity, and the feminine side, Gadadhar. Srivas is not Shakti side, but he is Narad Muni, and so he's also considered under that category. But Shakti Tattva in its pure form, that is Gadadhar Pandit, Shri Radha, her own expansion, and then Gadadhar Pandit is next to Gauranga, and then Srivas represents all the bhaktas, headed by Narad Muni. And Narad Muni is also considered one special kind of expansion or incarnation. So these are the 5 truths, 5 Pancha Tattva that we worship here. On the other side we have Advaita Acharya, Lord Nityananda, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Generally, when the incarnations of the Lord come, if we look at the 10 main incarnations, the Lord will come alone or with his consort, his energy, the goddess. Kurma, the tortoise, comes and he's alone, he's very happy. All his associates come in some form or another, but his service, his function, his dharma is more simple. Matsya, the fish incarnation, we don't hear about Pancha Tattva with him. Just Matsya Dev, and then Kurma Dev, Varaha Dev. Who came with Varaha Dev? Earth herself, in her embodied form, was like his consort. And one of the forms of the earth is obviously the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. Earth is kind of her expansion. Then we come Parshuram. We don't hear Parshuram came with Pancha Tattva, the gopis, and everyone was watching him slaughter all the demons. We don't hear about it, right? So many incarnations are there, and they come alone or with Shakti. Krishna came with all the gopis, also with his brother Balaram, with Sri Radha. But we don't hear that Mahavishnu came in Krishna Lila. So there's some speciality of Gaur Lila, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, this combined incarnation that made everyone want to come. We heard how Radha Krishna were resting in a beautiful flower grove called Nidhuvan, and Radharani had the dream of Gaur Lila first. And she asked Krishna about this, and he said, yes, this is our combined incarnation. She could not understand, is it me or is it you? And Krishna said, it's us together. So this is also something special. So many incarnations of the Lord are there, but we don't find them coming together like this in one form, with also all the different personalities who come. It's only in Gaur Lila we find like this. Also, there are other religions where there are many different incarnations, you could say, great messengers of God in other religions, but we don't find the goddess and God himself coming as one form. Any other religion is there? in your study of anthropology and history of religions? Any students of history here and religion?
The Jewish have Shekinah, which is the energy of God.
But do they come in one form, embodied, and perform leela?
Even God doesn't come. In the form of a burning bush.
Beautiful burning bush. No laughing. Don't make fun.
Allah, no form. You cannot. They say you cannot put Allah in one form, so no form. Allah, no. Huh?
They have? The Mayans have combined form? No.
Two brothers come. And they go into the underworld.
Jai.
Yeah.
But you know, they worship Allah, but there's a form of kind of Shiva Lingam also. You haven't seen?
Oh, they square, and then there's a stone.
But they don't know. It's there. Anyhow, we don't find Radha Krishna together coming. Maybe different levels of incarnations or demigods and goddesses. But Radha Krishna together coming is only in Gaur Hari. And when they come, everyone's so excited they also want to come. So first, who comes first of the Pancha Tattva? Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya himself is a combined incarnation of Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu. Most of the incarnations Vishnu comes and it's enough. And this time Vishnu and Shiva came together. Imagine how powerful they are. The preserver, Vishnu, the cleanser, Lord Shiva, the destroyer, Lord Shiva. Together they came. And they come often, but in this special age, this golden age of Kali Yuga, Advaita Acharya said, unless Gauranga himself comes, I won't perform my duty. Normally, in general Kali Yugas, Advaita Acharya will come and he will preach Dharma and Sankirtan, but without the prem or the special love of Vrindavan. He will teach it like we find people sometimes preaching Sankirtan with very strong energy, but not so much sweetness and love. That's not Prem Nam Sankirtan. Prem Nam Sankirtan means with pure love and that sweetness of Braj. But I just want to emphasize that point. When Radha Krishna together decided to come as Gauranga, then everyone wanted to come, Lord Shiva, and they didn't want to only come as Shiva or Vishnu, because then they wouldn't be able to participate in the pastimes, because the mood of opulence wouldn't mix. So they came in a very sweet mood. Imagine if Vishnu tried to come directly and Shiva came directly. Mahaprabhu would only worship them. But the higher principle, Radha Krishna themselves came. So before that, everyone wanted to come. That's why we see the other three Pancha Tattva, especially Advaita, Shrivas, Nityananda. They came before. First Advaita came. And he saw the situation of the age. And everyone was very absorbed in material life and material games. The world goes through cycles. We think now everyone is distracted. Now everyone's focus is here and there. But when Advaita Acharya came, everyone was distracted. And you know what they were focusing on? They would have huge festivals to marry cats with each other, to marry dogs with each other. This was Bengal at the time. This is the goal of human life. When we get so bored doing our own festivals and parties, then we think all the villages would come together and they think, let's throw a big festival. Let's throw a festival to worship cats and dogs and get them married. The cats and dogs don't know what's going on. You're doing it for your own entertainment. And we think this is the goal of human civilization, to have enough time and money that we can throw big weddings for cats and dogs. In the West, we have hotels just for dogs. And look at karma. Some dogs can't find food on the streets and are being attacked by other gangs, and they're just alone and worried if they can live through the night. And other dogs, they're living in 5-star hotels, $1,000 a night. when the celebrities go on vacation somewhere, they put their dogs in dog hotel. So Advaita Acharya saw this was the condition. In India, we recently had a wedding that lasted for months. The richest man's daughter and someone else's son.
Son.
Ambani.
Ambani.
And who is the daughter? Which another rich family?
Something.
Okay.
Not mentioned.
Ranga.
And
But also from M.
people came from the whole world to celebrate. And it went on for months and months. And people generally think this is the goal of human civilization. This is the ultimate goal, the finale, the climax, the crescendo of life. This material marriage and honeymoon, and like a moon, after some days becomes dark. Right? Honeymoon. And then day by day by day it goes to dark moon. Then if you feed it honey, then gradually it comes back a little bit. But we think this is the goal of human civilization. And at least in the time of Advaita Acharya in Bengal, they had some higher knowledge. This is all just cat and dog life. So they would do big weddings for cats and dogs. Advaita Acharya, he wasn't happy. He wanted to teach, he was teaching Bhagavad Gita and so much philosophy. And it worked in previous ages when people had attention and time, come together. Haribo. Maybe a little down. Echo. No problem? Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Imagine first laughing. So Advaita Acharya, Shiva and Vishnu together. And Shiva is wild. How do you control Shiva? Shiva's wild, a little wild, right? Very peaceful, but...
If you wake him up, if he dances.
And he was getting a little agitated, impatient. I come all the time and I do my duty. But this time, I came and Radha Krishna also promised to come. They should come now, I don't want to wait. And so he started doing brat to bring Radha Krishna. And he showed by the power of his devotion, by the power of worshipping Shalagram, with Tulsi and his tears and his prayers, Radha Krishna had to come soon. Like with the Vaishnavas, you don't know when they're going to come. We know they're going to come, but when are they going to come? And so when you know they're going to come and you're waiting for them to come, you want them to come sooner. I know, when we left for 2-3 days, within a few hours, Madan was calling Basanta, when are you coming home? I miss you. When are you coming? No patience. Right? So Advaita Acharya is saying, no patience. These people spending all their money and all their time in the weddings of cats and dogs. This is the goal of human life. And so he said, you have to come. And he began to roar louder and louder. And in Navadvip, some people thought he was like this wild personality. Long hair. He would go and bathe Shalagram in the river Ganga and offer tulsi leaves. And then he would offer this to the Ganga and the tulsi leaves would float upstream. He lived downstream and Sachi Mata, Nimai's mother, lived upstream. And you imagine the tulsi leaves would go upstream and she would be there getting ready to bathe and also offering prayers, and the tulsi leaf would stick to her belly. And she thought there's some kind of voodoo, some kind of magic. And she saw this Baba is downstream, mad Baba, long hair, and he's calling out loudly, roaring. You must come, you must come, you must come. One thing about Pancha Tattva and Gaur Leela and Gaur's associates, when they come, they forget their previous incarnation or their experience even in Krishna Leela. This is the mercy of Yoga Maya. Yoga Maya, the Lord's pastime potency, covers their knowledge and their remembrance. So it becomes very sweet, intimate. It's like method acting, right? You become so absorbed in the character, you forget everything else. So Advaita Acharyas come, and he's just completely absorbed in the Lord and praying for the Lord to come. And so some years are going by, and Sachimata begins having her pregnancies. And she was very sad. Why? One after another, actually, she was having miscarriage. Many times. She was thinking, what is happening? And these tulsi leaves would come. All the different goddesses of devotion were appearing for all the different islands. One understanding is like that. Different understandings are there, but all Shakti Tattva was coming. Before Gauranga would come, everyone was coming. Navadvip Dham is special Vrindavan. Nava Vrindavan was manifesting Krishna Leela in Dwarka. Nava Vrindavan was the second Vrindavan. Nava means new. So in Krishna Leela in Dwarka, they established New Vrindavan. But actually, real New Vrindavan is Navadvip, but it's even more focused. In the center, Mayapur, where Lord Chaitanya was born, this is Radharani's island. And then all the other 8 islands are for the 8 Sakis. Lalita, Vishaka, Chitra, Champaka, Lata, Rangadevi, Sudevi, Induleka, Tunga, Vidya. Sakis all have their own island, and it's like a beautiful lotus flower. So when Advaita is praying for Lord Chaitanya to come, in the meantime, who appears? Who comes? Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda appears in Eka Chakra, some ways away, not so far, but he comes first. Like Krishna Balaram, they only came 1 year apart, but Nityananda wanted to come first. Why? You have to prepare. Generally, only Vishnu will come, but in this incarnation, all the gopis are coming, Sakis and Manjaris are coming. Not only them, Hanuman is coming, Shiva is coming, Vishnu is coming, all the different incarnations are coming. So Nityananda appeared. His parents were very focused devotees, Hadai Pandit and Padmavati Devi. They thought the goal of material life, the goal of life is not material life, the goal of life is spiritual life. And so they were similar to how when Krishna was born, there was Devaki and Vasudeva in Mathura. And Devaki and Vasudeva weren't interested in material life. They said, human goal of life is spiritual life. Why? Cats and dogs are living material life. We should not only worship cats and dogs and think that that's the goal of life. Spiritual life. Rise up to your higher chakras, and then the highest chakra, not just the heart, but from the heart, from that center, your spiritual form, your spiritual identity, your spiritual nature, everything should manifest. That's the goal of human form of life. So Lord Nityananda's parents were like that. And when Lord Nityananda appeared, it was effulgent like the moon. How beautiful you can imagine is Lord Nityananda. How powerful is Lord Nityananda. He's Balaram, incarnation of all spiritual power, but combined with the special principle of Ananda. He came to distribute Ananda. So therefore Nityananda is also not just Nityananda. He comes with Janava Mata, his divine Shakti, the form of the goddess. And by her nature and mercy and energy, he's able to distribute Ananda. So he's all spiritual bal, strength, and all Ananda. And he gives this, not just eternal life, the fulfillment of the heart through Ananda. So Nityananda was born. Lord Chaitanya still hasn't come, but Advaita is praying for him to come, and the scene is being set. This is what we do in life. What are we doing here? We're preparing. In the same way, before Krishna appeared in Vrindavan, Yoga Maya came and said, prepare for Krishna to come. What are we doing here? preparing for the Vaishnavas to come. In the West, we were preparing for Gurudev to come. Preparation was made, foundation was made, community was built, and then the magic entered. First the field, the foundation, the garden, the orchards, the fruits, the flowers. Everyone should be ready. Like if you have a big concert and the main act is coming, first you prepare. You have some other performers to get the anticipation going. So in this way, everyone's anticipating for Lord Chaitanya to appear. And Nityananda, what is he doing? Festivals. This is how we prepare for the Vaishnavas or for the incarnation of the Lord. Festivals. What we are doing. Festivals, masters of calm. Calm before the storm. Right?
That's a very good slogan.
Masters of calm. Servants of love. Masters of calm, servants of devotion. So, calm before the storm. Lord Nityananda, from childhood, he was doing festivals. Little Nitai, a young boy, 5 or 6 years old, instead of just playing football and cricket, I'm sure he also liked sports, but the thing he liked the most was festivals. And especially in those festivals, he liked showing people about the pastimes of Krishna, the pastimes of Ram. These are very beautiful. It takes some patience for us to develop taste for this, because we all like our own pastimes. We all like to enjoy and experience life. But if you meditate on the Lord's pastimes, you can also enter and serve in them. That's what Nityananda was showing. Look, you can also take a role. Nityananda was very merciful. You can play. You can also play with the Lord. This is one of Nityananda's, as boyhood. In boyhood, he showed everyone, you can also participate in the Lord's play. Isn't that nice? And we should think we're also doing some kind of leela here. Is our Madhuri Kunj leela? Giraite Kunj, Giraite? No? Golden Forest leela? Mohan Kunj leela. Preparing. Nityananda liked this kind of leela. And he said, come, everyone participate. There's so many stories, and I'm just kind of going quickly. I don't want to get into the details of each one. Otherwise, we won't cover enough time. But Nityananda said we should do leela of Krishna's pastimes and invite everyone to participate. This is what Gurudev did also. Gurudev spoke sweet Harikatha, did sweet kirtan, but he was famous also for what? The leelas they would do. Every year, Gurudev would come to places around the world. He came to our little town in California, New Braj. I had 5 sisters growing up, and they were famous for acting in the drama plays. All over the world, Gurudev would talk about how great the leelas, the dramas, and the acting of the New Braj girls was. Amazing, he said. In India, he would talk to them about it. He went back to India, and he said, wow, I went to the West. I went to a beautiful, tiny little village. This village is big compared to New Braj, California. New Braj, California is a tiny little village, an hour and a half windy drive from a nice little city town. But they would do such sweet pastimes, and Gurudev made that place like Braj. When Nityananda came, before he came to that place, Ekachakra, it was like a desert. But before he came, Yogamaya arranged that place to become full of life. We hear the story. Hadai Pandit and Padmavati Devi, Nityananda's parents, they left society. Many of you have left society to some degree. Right? Your parents, your friends. Why? Come with me to drink, go to the cinema, go to the rave and drink alcohol and party and have easy hookup life, hookup culture. This is the goal of life. Hookup culture, and then marriage of cats and dogs. What is the marriage of cats and dogs? Marriage, divorce. Marriage, divorce. This is marriage of cats and dogs. Right? Because the cats and dogs don't know we're getting married. It's just a game for them. Where's their fidelity? Hey! And they don't scream at each other. Hey, you cheated on me. One cat married another cat, and next day, who knows? Some animals, they have real marriage. I don't know some examples, right? Penguin. I was going to say swans. Real marriage. Love marriage.
Horses.
Seahorses. Very sweet. Right?
And the boy gets pregnant. He carries the baby. Seahorses.
Jai. Okay, something new to study. But I don't think the cats and the dogs have it, huh?
No.
So, Hadai Pandit and Padmavi weren't interested. They said, okay, we are married. Marriage is good. We will support each other in spiritual life. But they left their regular society and they went to a very simple area for austerity and for spiritual practice. But the Lord desired to come in the form of Nityananda. Nityananda is Balaram, the root of all the Mahavishnu and Vishnu incarnations. So he's like the big daddy, Nityananda. But Gauranga Mahaprabhu is so special, Mahavishnu, from whom all the universes come, from whom Garbhodakshai, Kshirodakshai, Karanodakshai, Vishnu, all the different Vishnu incarnations, all the general Das avatars, they all come. The root is Lord Nityananda. But Gauranga is so great that all these root of all incarnations comes in a very simple role, just to support, like the moon to Gauranga's sun. How great is the sun when Lord Nityananda is the moon? You can imagine only. How great is the sun of Gauranga when Lord Nityananda is the moon? This is because Radharani is coming this time. Generally, Vishnu incarnations come. But this time, Krishna said, I am coming, and Shakti is not hidden, and Shakti is not secondary. Shakti is now primary. Radha Tattva is primary, her glories are primary, and she will teach us how to love Krishna. Because Krishna Prem is the primary objective. The primary objective is pure love of God. But we will not teach it through any other way. We're not going to teach it only through philosophy and the gradual process of development of knowledge. Krishna says in the Gita, Bahunam janmanamante Jnanavam mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti sa mahatma suralabham. Through the process of knowledge, you can spend many, many, many lives, and then you can finally realize that God is present in everything, and I should worship God. God is also in my heart. Imagine how long that takes. Many, many lives to realize the presence of God, and then many more lives to realize we should try to love God, and then many, many hundreds of lives trying to maybe, perhaps achieve love of God. Not this time. Gaura said, I will come. Krishna said, I will come. And Radharani will spread this everywhere through Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Radharani direct is very shy. She won't come and be Jagat Guru. She is always with Krishna, serving Krishna, present with Krishna. Even when Krishna came, Radharani didn't want to come. When Krishna came, he asked Radharani to come and she said, no need. You go, have fun. I'll stay. I remember how it was when I was Sita. You go, have fun, I'm fine. I'll stay here, Lalita Vishaka. If you want, you can go and find many other princesses. I know, you're very attractive, everyone likes you. You can go as Krishna and you'll have many girlfriends, no problem. I'll stay here. But Krishna said, please, please, please. And she said, I'll only go, but I won't leave Vrindavan. And all of my associates, all of the gopis have to come, Vrinda Devi, Govardhan, Jamuna, all the forests, and I will only stay there. I won't go outside. Radharani wouldn't go outside. Only one time in her whole life, she went to Kurukshetra, only by Krishna's special, humble request, and she went with all the gopis, all the Brijabasis, so that's described not leaving Vrindavan. When you're with your own associates, who are all Braj Parikar, associates of Braj, then that's also Vrindavan. She only went once. But this time, Krishna wanted her mood and her glories to go everywhere. So he could ask her, you go? Not possible. Krishna said, I will go, but you come with me. So she came as Gadadhar. But she also said, I won't go far from you. I remember, Sita, you left me. I was kidnapped. And I'm going to stay more hidden. I'm going to come in a male form. More hidden already. Right? Imagine Radharani came in Gaur Leela as feminine form. The whole world would melt. Whenever Lakshmi appears on the earth, everyone immediately tries to possess her or worship her. She doesn't want to be worshipped. If you want to worship Radharani, it's only a very special mood in Vrindavan. Most of the associates in Vrindavan aren't allowed to worship Radharani. They worship Krishna, the cows, the peacocks, the gopas, elders, the parents, the cowherd boys, many other different groups of gopis. They're all worshipping Krishna. Only a very special group gets to worship Radharani. Even Lalita Vishaka, who are very intimate friends and personal expansions, they are close friends to Radharani, but they're not dressing, decorating, worshipping, bathing, all these services. That direct worship of Radharani is only this very special manjaris get to do that service. So she decided to come by Krishna's request, but said, I won't go far from you, and I'll come in a male form so no one will disturb me, and I will be very hidden. I'm not going to be the big Acharya. Simple. She came as Gadadhar Pandit, around the similar age of Lord Chaitanya. But before that, already Advaita came. Sadashiva Mahavishnu first, prepare everything. Then Nityananda came, and Nityananda started doing all these beautiful pastimes and saying, look, you can also be in this leela, and you'll be happy. It's very ecstatic. He said, Nitya Ananda, eternal bliss. In human life, without this, what are we experiencing? Is it eternal bliss? We're having fun, right? As kids, we have fun, but it's temporary, it's limited. Then we grow up and we get jobs and we have to work. Then we need coffee. As a little kid, you don't need coffee. Right? Once you become an adult and you think, without coffee, how can I go to work? No ananda. Right? Coffee is there when you have duty, dharma. When you're the dharma bull, then you need coffee. Right? But if you're experiencing ananda, ananda itself is coffee. More than coffee. Concentrated, within bliss is concentrated energy. Ananda is very closely connected to Shakti, and Shakti means potency, power. So Nityananda said, you're all suffering, you're trying to enjoy, you're trying to be happy, and in childhood everything is good, and then you grow up and now, my body aches, my mind aches, my heart aches, my fingers ache, my toes ache, everything hurts. I just need a cup of coffee in the morning and a mug of beer at night. Coffee in the morning and a 6-pack at night. No Nityananda. Nityananda is so blissful, and he showed everyone you can come and taste that bliss. That bliss itself becomes your life force, your pran. So Nityananda showed like that. And everyone was very happy Nityananda was in their home. But in the meantime, year by year was passing, and as the preparation was going on, Ekchakra it was a beautiful town, beautiful village. Everyone becomes very happy when that real essence of life comes. Gurudev came to Mathura and everything was amazing. Before Gurudev came to Mathura, it was dry. Gurudev, where he came and built a temple, was right next to Kamsa's wrestling arena, where it was filled with blood. But Gurudev came, everything became beautiful. And after some time, Gurudev had to go. Everyone was crying, don't go, stay with us, stay with us. When Gurudev started traveling in the West, Prabhuji and everyone was crying. Now Gurudev is going to be kidnapped by so many followers. Everywhere he goes, everyone's going to take his time, his energy, and his love. And Gurudev, Gurudev, when you have new followers, they're like 10, 20 babies in one. Mommy, 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 daddy, daddy. They want not 1% of your time, 110% of your time. Each one. Each person needs 110%. So imagine everyone's thinking Gurudev's going to go. Nityananda thought the time is coming when I have to go. He's just a young boy, like 12 years old. Not quite 10, 12 years old. And he thought Lord Chaitanya will come soon. Lord Chaitanya has appeared. Now Lord Chaitanya appeared. We're not going to go into that leela, but Lord Chaitanya has appeared. And Nityananda thought, I have to go. I have to prepare to meet him. So after Lord Chaitanya appeared, he thought, who am I going to bring to arrange this? I can't just run away. My family will find me and bring me back. I have to find some special trick. So he inspired in the heart of one sannyasi to come to his home. Sannyasis are very dangerous. Outside smiling, sweet, Radhe Radhe. But they've come to destroy material life. don't trust any sannyasi. And you fools, here's your ticket, here's a garland, here are nice sweets, come, come, come. Yes. But this is for general people. You are very glorious. You're inviting me only to uplift me. I'm very fallen. But otherwise, be very careful. Be very careful. That's why Vaishnavas say, be very careful who you invite. Very dangerous. So Nityananda arranged, I'm going to bring this sannyasi to my village. And everyone's happy, oh, sannyasi has come. Haribo, Haribo. And they did a nice big program, kirtan, harikatha. He rested, nice prasadam. The morning time before he left, he said, oh dear Harai Pandit Prabhu, I have one request. I'm praying to you to fulfill my request. What was his request? I'll only tell you my request if you promise to give it. No need. If someone asks you, will you help me with something? You say, first tell me what it is with all the terms and conditions, very clear. Give me a contract, I'll think about it for a week or two, I'll let you know. But the sannyasi said, no problem, don't worry. Just tell me you will say yes. So he said, okay, give me your son. I'm traveling. He is a very good boy. He's a very good devotee. He's ready to preach. I see his future. He is more than any sannyasi. And he has come to give this Nityananda eternal bliss. Please let him travel with me and help. I'm old. He was an old man at that time, old sannyasi. And Harai Pandit, it was breaking his heart. He thought, how can I say yes? And then how will I tell my wife? Two problems, like two thunderbolts at the same time. First, it broke his heart. And then he was shocked. From standing up, he sat down. From sitting down, he practically fainted. And then he thought, how will I tell Padmavati Devi? And then he thought, how will I tell the whole village? Nityananda was the life of the whole village. Every day was a festival because of Nityananda was there. Beautiful, beautiful festivals since he was a child. All his friends. And the sannyasi didn't say everyone should go because you would think, okay, let's all go on parikrama. When Lord Chaitanya wanted to go to Vrindavan, first he went and then everyone started following him. He had 100,000 people following him to Vrindavan. When Lord Chaitanya, this is later on, Lord Chaitanya always wanted to go to Vrindavan. When he took sannyas, he said, I'll go to Vrindavan. Everyone wanted to follow him. But then this is not sannyas. So he had 100,000 people following him, and one of the Muslim rulers was on a big tower, like they like to build these skyscrapers. All these skyscraper cities, these are Islamic cities. Big, big skyscraper. Top of the tower looking over your dominion. And so he said, who is this big army coming? Are they coming to conquer my kingdom? At that time, Rupa and Sanatan, who came, they were his advisors. They became advisors to the king so he wouldn't disturb Lord Chaitanya. So they were his advisors. At that time, they had names Sakar, Malik, Dabir Akash, Rupa and Sanatan. This is now fast forward 30 years. They said, no problem. He is a Babaji. The king was amazed. He said, I have to pay each soldier this much a day to work for me. But he has 100,000 followers with no pay, and they're all mad like he is. What is that special potency? This is the power of pure devotion, pure love. So in the same way, Nityananda, he was ready to leave, but he said, nobody can come with me. Not my father. My father and mother said, okay, we'll also come. He said, the sannyasi said, no. No family life, only Krishna family, Krishna life. So he left with Nitai and everyone followed. Just like when Ram was leaving Ayodhya, everyone said, if you leave, our life will leave. We'll go with you or we'll give up our life. So everyone followed Ram. In the same way, everyone followed Nityananda for many, many, many kilometers. Then Nityananda thought, I have to do something to make them stay because otherwise the Leela won't move forward. Imagine he appears in Navadvip with already having 1 million followers. He came to support Gauranga, not to bring that and disturb the development of the Leela. So he found one beautiful deity. Nityananda found a beautiful deity called Bankim Rai. And he said, I am here. Don't worry. And he used such a mesmerizing spell and he planted the seed of devotion very quickly in everyone's heart for this deity. And then that seed of devotion very quickly sprouted into a tree with many fruits of love for that deity. And he said, this is me. I am here. And they kept this deity. And so everyone felt like Nitai is with us. It was many, many, many years. At the end of the pastimes of Lord Nityananda, he came back to this deity with his wife, Janavamata and Vasudha, and he said, I am here. And he disappeared into that deity, and that way Lord Nityananda ended his pastime. So he left this deity there. So now Nityananda began traveling throughout all the different holy places of India to prepare for Lord Chaitanya. In the meantime, Lord Chaitanya's pastimes are going on. So many sweet pastimes. When Lord Chaitanya was a little boy, Gadadhar now has also appeared. Srivas has also appeared. Srivas is a little older also. Advaita came, then Srivas came. Srivas is Narad Muni, the greatest guru in all the Puranas. Really like the greatest guru of all time, you could say. I think. What do you think? Narad Muni, the most famous guru of all time. Narad Muni came in a very humble role, Srivas Pandit. And he began to do programs. And he made a good friendship with Advaita Acharya. Very, very good friends. Why? Friendship means you have same mood, same taste, same desire. You're happy about the same things. So they would come together and do beautiful festivals, beautiful programs. In the meantime, now Nimai took birth, and he was a beautiful, effulgent, beautiful golden boy, golden Nimai. The life and soul of all of Navadvip. And as a little baby, he would cry and cry and cry. And the only way he would stop crying was if people did kirtan. He said the Yuga Dharma, the best practice in spiritual life in this age is kirtan. Even if you don't know how to do kirtan, even if you think, oh, my voice is not so good, doesn't matter. Kirtan is not a professional music practice, you could say. It's not for professional musicians. It's for everyone. Everyone can do kirtan. Everyone's invited to do kirtan. We see with Gurudev in his time, thousands of people together would be singing. Everyone knows how to speak. If you know how to speak, you know how to do kirtan. And if you can't even speak, then you can clap your hands, you can try to dance or sway, or sit and nod your head. So Lord Chaitanya, unless people were doing kirtan, he would cry. But he was also very hidden. We'll talk about this in another class. There's not so much time. We're going to end soon. But as a little baby, he wants to relish his pastimes, and he didn't want to show he is Bhagavan. Because he came with the mood of Srimati Radhika, and she's not into show bottle devotion or show bottle Godhead. Many gurus will come, they'll say, I'm God, and they'll learn a magic trick to attract followers. Lord Chaitanya wasn't like that. Many great gurus will come in this world, or they'll be born in this world and practice austerity for many years to learn magic tricks like manifesting gold from ash. I'll tell you how to manifest gold from your ash. Wear long sleeves and learn what they call how to distract people. Look over here and give them some ash and then show them a gold coin. Or some who are very powerful, who are very patient, they learn how to take a gold watch or a gold coin from some place and they bring it and then they give it. Like they're sitting here and they think, okay, today you can scout out the area. Like I scouted out jewelry store in Vilnius today. If I was a good, proper, bogus guru, then I could sit here and I could say, Mohan, use it for Masters of Calm. And then someone's in the store and what happened? They were showing this beautiful diamond necklace and it just disappeared. Some people can do like that. Very powerful. But Gadadhar Pandit and Lord Chaitanya are not like that. They don't want to show anything. And in the beginning, Nimai was trying to hide. But there's one sweet story. I think one of the first stories how he showed he is Bhagavan. When he was born, many of the demigods came and worshipped him because they could understand. Actually, when he was born, all the different demigods and all the goddesses from the heavenly realms came in hidden forms as Navadvip Basis, and they would worship him. do arati, give him gifts, and he would accept. But as a little boy, he was hiding, but one Brahmin came. This is one of the first pastimes of prasad. There's so many sweet prasadam stories. Gauranga Mahaprabhu's pastimes, there's so many sweet pastimes of prasadam. Prasadam is especially dear to Gauranga. One of the best ways he likes to distribute his love and mercy is through prasadam and kirtan. Simple. Prasadam, kirtan. Philosophy, later. First, have prasadam, more and more and more and more prasadam, then you prepare your heart for understanding Krishna. That's the importance of prasadam. Without prasadam, how are you going to understand Krishna consciousness? So this is our secret formula. Not even secret. Public formula. No problem. Like no one has any doubt, any fear. Oh, sweet love, sounds good. Take. This is planting the seeds of bhakti in a very simple way, watering the seeds of bhakti. Take one more slice of cheesecake, one more piece of pizza, and everything is accepted by Radharani. Everything is cooked by Radharani with love for Krishna, and everyone is taking that. That's why it's so important who's collecting, who's cooking, the moods. But the most important thing is the desire of the parampara. And the desire of the parampara is manifesting these kitchens, these cafes. So a Brahmin came and he said, I want to prepare some food. Generally, sadhu, sannyasi, or Brahmin, they like to cook for themselves because they know if they cook for themselves, the mood is pure, the offering is pure, the Lord takes it, and they can have his prasad. So he said, I'll cook for myself. So Sachimata and the ladies prepared the kitchen very nicely. And he cooked everything very nicely. And now it's evening time after Arati. When do you offer? In the evening after Arati. 6:37. And he had cooked and he sat down to make an offering. And he was praying. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. And Nimai is the little boy. 3 years old, 4 years old. You've done Chaitanya Bhagavat. How old was he? Beautiful little baby boy. 2, 3, 4 years old. Toddler age. And as he was playing with all the mothers, and as the Brahmin was offering the food, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, he heard some noise. Generally when you're offering, you close your eyes and you pray, Dear God, please accept this food. Dear God, please accept this food. Dear God, please accept this food. And he heard some noise and he opened his eyes. And Nimai is sitting there, gobbling up all the offerings. With 2 hands. Nimai was very naughty. One thing we hear about him is, this is before Radharani's mood was prominent. When it was Krishna's mood more, as a little boy, he was very naughty like Krishna. Sometimes he would go to the banks of the Ganga. You've heard these stories with our Basanta Prabhu, but anyhow, we're relishing. He would go to the banks of the Ganga and he would dive under the water when the Brahmins are doing their prayers, and he would pull on their legs and drag them underwater. Who are you praying to? I have come. Play with me. Who are you praying to? Play with me. This is Krishna Lila, Gaur Lila. Learn to play. Learn to have fun, but in Gaur Lila or in Krishna Lila. This is our philosophy, right? We're not against play, we're not against fun, but connected to Krishna, connected to Gauranga. So all the Brahmins were praying and doing Vedic prayers, and Lord Chaitanya would pull them underwater. Other times he would take a big gulp of water in his mouth, swim under, then come up and spit all over their face. They would become furious. They would go and complain to his father. Your son isn't going to school, isn't doing anything. Instead, he just comes and plays in the water with all the boys and disturbs all our prayers and our puja. We're worshipping God, Vishnu, and he's disturbing us. But Nimai was very intelligent and he was very fast. So he would tease them just to the point they would get so annoyed they would go to his father. You'd take him right to the edge. And right as he would see them get out, huffing and puffing, he would very quickly get out from another side or another area, change his clothes like an instant, and run back home with his school bag. And then his father would come to chastise him. He would say, look, I'm just coming back from school. My hair is dry. Clothes are dry. Here's what I've been studying. So many sweet pastimes. He would tease the girls. They would have little plates for puja, praying for good husbands, and he would say, worship me. Not just to one, to all the different girls, he would say, you should worship me. And they would go and complain to Sachimata, and she would say, what can I do? What can I do? This is Nimai. Nimai was very naughty. Sometimes he would play outside in the broken clay pots, and he would just eat the dirt also. Sometimes, like Krishna would. And one time Sachimata looked outside and he was playing with a big python. He was just playing with him. Wrapped around him and stroking him and petting him and talking with him. Who can control Nimai? And sometimes, later on when his father passed, Sachimata would be worried about how to maintain the life for her son. And Nimai would go, and anytime he would see his mother sad or worried about money, he would go and just manifest gold and give her. Here you go, no problem. Where did you get it from? He said, don't worry. No problem. I am golden. I'm just giving you a little bit. Sometimes he would have tantrums. He wanted her to worship the Ganga. Every day he would go and worship Ganga Devi. And he would say, Mother, where is the offering for Ganga? And she said, I'm going to prepare it. Just give me 1 second. I just have to get the plate and the flowers. Everything's ready. And he had no patience. Nimai had no patience. And he started breaking everything in the house. Threw the pots, pulled off everything, threw down everything, broke everything. All the pots with the rice broke. Rice filled everywhere. Sugar everywhere. Why? Not just rice, because then you could recollect it. But he threw the rice down, then the sugar down, then the yogurt down, then the ghee down, then the honey, then the milk. Made everything into a big soup on the floor. This is Nimai, how to understand. So as this Brahmin is feeding him, feeding the Lord is directly eating, very happy. And the Brahmin thought, he has ruined the offering, he's ruined the offering plates, he has contaminated the altar. What to do? He's very agitated. But he thought, no problem. And then he started to cook again. Sachimata said, please cook one more time. So he began to cook again. Next time he was sitting down to offer, what time is it then? Like now, like 8:30, 9. Imagine, he also didn't cook simply. He wanted to cook very nice. He's trying to cook for the Lord. And who knows, he probably hadn't eaten for days. So he cooked very nicely. He sat down to make the offering, and Sachimata said, don't worry, Nimai will not disturb you. We'll all play with him. We'll all make sure he's occupied, and we'll watch him. And as he was sitting down to do the offering, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayana. Lord Chaitanya is thinking, Vishnu, 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 I am Gauranga. Vishnu can take after I take. As he was saying Shri Vishnu, who is there? Nimai, Sachinandana, very happily. And this time, the first time, Nimai was just focusing on eating. And when he opened his eyes, he looked at him, and then Nimai looked up. This time, he's eating and looking at him. Right? When are you going to realize I'm here? You are here again. The Brahmin opened his eyes and saw Nimai with a big smile, covered in sweet rice, whole face, and offering him, you take some also? What problem? So the Brahmin became red. What to do? And very respectfully, it's not his home, not his son. What is he going to say? He can't chastise him too much. It's not his son. Little boy, 3-year-old boy, what are you going to say? So he went back outside, but you could tell he's a little agitated. And now Jagannath Mishra, Lord Chaitanya's father, and Sachimata. Sachimata, mother. Who is more dangerous? Angry mom or angry dad?
Angry mom.
But Sachimata is very gentle. She couldn't chastise. Jagannath Mishra was ready to chastise. Nimai, what are you doing? Disturbing. And he said, he didn't chastise Nimai. He said, Sachimata, Sachimata, you let this happen. Yes? And the Brahmin said today, okay, no problem. God doesn't want me to eat. The sadhu has come to our home and he won't eat all day long. If the sadhu doesn't eat, Lakshmi Devi will be very angry and will leave. This is Indian culture. If sadhu comes and he doesn't eat, Lakshmi Devi, goddess of fortune, will leave that place. Goddess of fortune, she is very particular. There's rules. Goddess of fortune, if you do this or do this, she doesn't. If she doesn't like how you're behaving, she'll say, no, I'll go. If you're miserly, she'll go. If your house is very messy, she'll go. If you have plates with some little food that you didn't finish and it's dry, she doesn't like it. She said, no, she likes neat and clean. Lakshmi Devi. In Braj, no problem. Braj, messy is no problem. But Lakshmi Devi, she likes everything neat and clean. Prabhuji has a famous mantra. You know the mantra? Neat and clean, white and quiet, fresh and bright, and everything is right. Something like that. Sachimata Jagannath Mishra begged him one more time, please cook, please. We'll lock him in some room. We'll be with him, don't worry. So finally he cooked again, 1-2 hours. It takes a couple hours to cook properly. Now at midnight he's making the offering, the third time. All right, this time, definitely, you think third time's the charm. We have this philosophy in the West, right? Third time. If you don't succeed the first time, try again. If you don't succeed the second time, try again. Keep trying, persevere. Right? It's not how many times you get knocked down, right, Mohan?
Yes.
It's how many times you get back up. So one more time, I'll try. So now he's sitting down. Now he has this determination mood, do or die. What does Guru Yoda say? Do or do not. There is no try. He's very focused. Shri Vishnu, quickly come and eat Vishnu, quickly come and eat Vishnu. And Nimai is playing with all the ladies, and he's thinking, what can I do? He's calling me, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. Vishnu won't come and eat because he's waiting for me to eat. Vishnu is Advaita Acharya appeared. Vishnu is in Vaikuntha also watching. And Vishnu appeared with Sadashiva as Advaita Acharya is also observing. And Nityananda is Mahasankarshan, Mul Sankarshan, Mahavishnu. He's not here yet. He's in Ekachakra, or now he's traveling. At that time he's still in Ekachakra. So Nimai said, you're calling me, I have to come. So as he's offering with this determination, this time it'll be okay. This time, Lord Chaitanya came with great mercy. This time he was just full of joy and magnanimity. Audharya, I have come to give something. I want to give it to you. He can't wait till he becomes a man to start giving it. He wants to start now. He's just a little boy, 3 years old. He said, I want to give this Radharani's mood. I want to give her love. And especially through prasadam. Prasadam is the best way. So he's only 3, but he wants to start giving. Right? And also he knows, if I don't take, then how will she give her love and mercy? Radharani's mercy comes when Krishna takes prasad. Once Krishna takes prasad, then Radharani's mercy, everyone can take the Mahaprasad. Radharani doesn't cook for anyone, and no one therefore can take Radharani's cooking unless it's offered to Krishna. This is her special mantra. You think, oh, Radharani cooked it, let's eat. She didn't cook it. Unless Krishna eats it, her potency won't be there. It will only be Maya Prasad. But anyone you cook and you offer to Krishna, then all Radharani's mood, love, mercy, everything goes there. So Krishna thought, if I don't come and take prasad, how will anyone get Radharani's mercy? Therefore I have to eat. Jagannath is always eating. Why? To give Radharani's mercy. That's why Jagannath is always eating. He never takes a break. Jagannath works full time. 16 hours a day, only eating. It's true. Jagannath eats 16 hours a day. He has a full-time job, right? 2 full-time jobs, eating. Why? Lord Jagannath has to give Radharani's mercy to the whole world. And he knows if he doesn't eat, her mercy won't be there. She won't give it. Her love and her affection is only for Krishna. But when he takes, then he can distribute. So Nimai doesn't want to wait. He wants to start giving. He wants to immediately start giving. And he thought, this Brahmin is here, very pure heart, very good person. And I'm going to give, but I'm also going to play. And so as he's praying Shri Vishnu, he says, do you know who is real Vishnu? Vyapnoti iti Vishnu, that which is omnipresent. What is omnipresent? Shakti. the Lord's divine potency. And Krishna is always thinking of Radha. Krishna is everywhere, but he's always thinking of Radha, so who is everywhere? Radharani. Krishna is the supreme. He is present in every atom. This is the scripture. But who is Krishna thinking of? The whole world is attracted to Krishna. He is attracted to Sri Radha. He's always thinking of Sri Radha. Wherever Krishna is present, he is thinking of Sri Radha. Who is most present? Sri Radha. So Krishna is saying, oh, you're praying to that Vishnu. Narayan, Gurudev would say, Gurudev's name Narayan is not connected to Vishnu. It's connected to Radharani. Ayan means the resting place, and Nara means of all life. So the resting place of all living beings, that is Srimati Radhika. And Nimai, Sachinandan Gaur Hari said, I want to distribute the glory of her love, her glories, and her mercy to everyone. First this Brahmin. And so the Brahmin, third time he heard noise, he opened his eyes, but this time he saw Nimai effulgent, like the beautiful baby sun. Maybe baby sun is very gentle, very cool. Not cool, but not too hot. Glowing, effulgent, warm. Nimai is glowing with sweetness and with love. And the Brahmin's heart immediately melts. And then Nimai shows, I am that supreme being. And he gives him darshan. Says, don't worry, I am that. But you shouldn't tell anyone. So he tells him this is a very sweet pastime from his childhood. And this is one of those pastimes. There's a few others where he would show his Krishna and Srimati Radhika. Another famous pastime is with Ramananda Roy. But there's many like this. Also Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. There's many examples when he would show this to the world, but he would say, keep it hidden. Let it be known more in the future. So we're going to talk more about this in the next 2 nights. What time is it? 5 minutes?
20 to 8.
Oh, see, yeah, time is up. Okay. I wanted to tell a few more pastimes, but we'll wait.
Why wait?
It's late, right?
Mohammed may leave his body tonight.
What time is it?